look who's back. Yeah, that's us. Oh, hey,
There
face
we
reveal. Oh, that's what we look like? That's terrible. You sure this isn't graphic? This is what I look like?
Yeah, apparently.
I've never seen a mirror.
And I've got a stray hair going somewhere. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. You look like Alfalfa's older, less successful brother.
That's right. That's me.
I'm Alfalfa.
All right, welcome to Juxta Report. This is our first YouTube live stream.
I was against it. Yeah,
well,
that's all you need to know. I was against it.
That's fine.
Thought it was a bad idea. We have faces for radio.
Apologize for the technical difficulties that delayed us about, 10 minutes here?
Yep.
So, here we are.
I'm on an electric seat, and I keep bumping the button. So I end up sliding about, and I'm like, I'm going to fall off this thing.
All right, so we're going to start off talking about the coronavirus.
That would be the one currently plaguing the planet.
Yes, and we are reporting here from the U.S. Wuhan, also known as Washington State. So I guess the first thing I want to tell everybody and just kind of get across to people is don't panic.
Yeah, like the big yellow letters on the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy says, don't panic.
Panicking is bad. And that seems to be what everybody's doing right now.
Yeah, when everybody should be washing their hands. We told you, wash your hands.
Frequently.
Yes. Like, if you think there might be a little dirt on them, wash your hands.
Yeah. So the numbers that we have here, let's see. Worldwide, we've got over 100,000 confirmed cases.
That's a lot of cases.
And that includes 400 in the U.S. alone.
Ugh.
Washington State is leading with 102.
Why do we got to win at that?
Yeah. Followed by California, which, we're always followed by California.
That's because usually they
84.
leave California for us.
Yeah. New York's got a bunch. I don't have the exact number for them at this point, but they do have a lot as well.
Yeah, they got jealous that Seattle was beating them at something other than football.
Now, the dead. There are 3,400 dead worldwide.
That's
only 19 in the U.S., which, if you listen to the media, that's the end of the world at this point. The media thinks that the world's ending because 19 people have died from the coronavirus.
Yes, the sky is falling. You heard it here first.
As opposed to the thousands that die from car accidents, the flu.
Obesity, heart failure.
So the media is whipping everybody into a frenzy right now. And it's just, it's affecting the economy. It's affecting jobs, affecting people.
Mostly their sanity level.
The one thing, the one thing that I don't get. Okay, so everybody's going to the Costco and hoarding food, going after their toilet paper. Which I get the toilet paper. I totally understand.
I don't.
Why you would go and get toilet paper. What I don't understand is why would you hoard water? People are emptying the shelves of water.
Yeah, that seems a little strange. It's not like
it's
it's not like a worldwide epidemic of Flint, Michigan's water getting everywhere. The coronavirus isn't in the water system. I mean,
not only is it not in the water system, I mean, the water comes out of your tap. Okay, You're not going to get coronavirus from your tap water. First of all, number two, the tap water is not going to go away. You are not going to lose your ability to have drinkable water
unless you stop paying.
Yeah, well, that's on you.
Pay your bills, and then you won't. If you can't pay your bills, I don't see you like robbing the store of all its water either. So I don't know.
Yeah,
people have just gone loony.
Yeah. So the one thing that I shouldn't say one thing, but what I've tried to get across this week to people is number one, the coronavirus is inevitable. Okay, you are going to probably catch it at some point in time in your life. Right now, the fatality rate is showing at 3.4%, I think is what they said.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And everybody, again, that's feeding into the panic. But what people do not realize is that this virus masks itself as a cold. It's very similar to cold symptoms of a severe cold. Don't get me wrong, but a cold nonetheless. Okay, so a lot of people who have a cold or think they have a cold may actually have the coronavirus. Yeah. Some people, I mean, the symptoms do range from very mild to very severe, but the severe cases are really only for are only going to affect those in the elderly range, people who have underlying health conditions,
People who normally would fall victim to things like
the
pneumonia
flu,
killing them.
the flu.
If
You
pneumonia
know,
will take you out, the coronavirus will probably take you out.
yeah,
But most people aren't going to die of pneumonia. I mean, most people can recover. It's that same kind of. It's like, if your system is strong enough, it'll fight it back. But if you're already weakened by other conditions like COPD or severe age, you know, if you have a weakened immune system, yeah, you might die.
yeah.
But you might die of the flu. You might die of a car jumping the lanes and taking you out. It's nothing to panic over.
No,
Everyone
exactly.
dies. It's a thing. It happens. Calm
Yeah.
down.
And
Just be smart and you'll be fine.
So yeah, so in other words, the fatality rate will fall, and this is something to bring this around to the politics side. Donald Trump recently was on Sean Hannity. I guess he called into his radio show and said that he had a hunch that the number, the 3.4%, would fall.
Get out of here. Sean Hannity has a radio?
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah, he's got a radio show.
You think a guy with TV channel,
They can do both.
Why would-
Multitasking. But anyways,
Weird.
so he said that, and of course the Democrats freak out. Oh, he says it's a hoax. Da, 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 da. No, it's not a hoax. He's never said it was a hoax. He said the Democrat reaction is a hoax.
Yeah, he
which
said
it totally
the fear
is.
mongering is a hoax. He's
Yep.
like, you guys need to calm down. But he never said that. See, the thing is they want you to believe that he believes that it doesn't exist. And by it, I mean the coronavirus. That's what they're trying to say he said was a hoax. He knows it exists. He's very aware of it. He's not a crazy person like, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. But he thinks all this hyped up, freaking out paranoia is the hoax. And I do too. I think everybody freaked out when bird flu happened. Everybody freaked out when swine flu happened. Although swine flu was pretty messed up. That was weird. But for the most part, the average person is just as safe today as they were 20 years ago.
Right.
Well, maybe not 20, but
Well, as far as as far as safe as going to be,
yeah. You just, like we said, keep clean, wash your hands, try to be mindful of touching your face, like that one lady said. Did you see that clip?
I did.
There's a GIF of it now, and I say GIF because it's the wrong way to say it, and I like to mess with people. But she tells everyone to be mindful of, try not to touch your hands to your face or your mouth and your eyes, so you don't spread the sickness and stuff.
Right.
Then she immediately licks her finger and turns a page like she did. Like, wow, you're not even here right now, are you? You're just telling people what to do.
Yeah.
Some people are just
Awesome.
robots.
Well, it just shows how really difficult it is to keep from touching yourself, And
Touching your
okay,
face.
phrasing.
Touching your face.
Phrasing,
You watch that
right.
one, buddy.
yeah,
Yeesh.
that's my bad. But touching your face, people do it all the time. I do it all the time. Everybody
Especially
does.
people who like wear glasses or something, some kind of facial adornment, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll constantly, like, if you have a nose ring or an eyebrow ring or something, you mess with it or something at some point. You won't even realize you're doing it. It's autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
You're just functioning, kind of.
It's a natural thing,
Yeah.
know. So, that was just. I mean, it was hilarious that she did it on camera, but it
While
was,
telling everyone
while
not
telling,
to.
Yeah, exactly. But the reality is that is the situation that you are
You go
going
shaking
to,
your fist at people now.
You're going to touch your face. It's going to happen. Back to Trump saying it was a hunch. I mean, they that's what they were calling him out about.
hoax, you mean?
No. He for the fatality rate going down. He said,
Oh, right,
he said it was
yeah,
a
yeah,
hunch.
sorry.
He had a hunch.
Hunch,
Well,
hoax, I got confused. I'm sorry, I must be a liberal voter.
so now they're thinking, all the liberals are thinking to themselves, oh, he's got a hunch, so that, we should also, base our policy on Trump's hunches. Well, no, dummies. He's talking about a hunch that he has after, if you listen to the rest of the thing, after speaking to all the experts and whatnot, the CDC, the people who are experts at this thing, and will tell him. I mean, they've been saying all along that the rate, the experts right now are saying the fatality rate will drop, and the estimates are around 0.1% or 1%. you know, of all cases. And it's really going to be hard to find out for sure what that number is going to be until everything settles down, you know? So we're not going to know. I expect in the next month or so that we're going to have a lot more cases because we're testing a lot more. This is another thing. We haven't had a test, you know? So we've had so few people tested for it that, you know, that are being tested for it obviously have symptoms and are you know, having the issue. So most of them are being tested and confirmed. Okay, well that freaks people out because we're having all these people being confirmed. But a lot of people haven't been tested. A lot of people who may have had it and got over it haven't been tested and will never be tested.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody just needs to take a breath and calm down.
But take that breath behind a gas mask because you're also paranoid. So, I mean, better safe than they got me.
Yeah. All right, so...
There I go touching my face. I don't care. I'm in a clean environment. This is a clean home. There's nothing bad in here. We spray people at the door.
That's pretty much all I have on the coronavirus. I mean...
I've got some stuff on the coronavirus.
All right, let's hear it.
Well, basically, my stuff is the... I don't know if the national level is getting this attention from Patty Murray and Jay Inslee, but I know they're hearing it from Mike Pence and Donald Trump. Trump is exactly correct about Inslee being a snake. He called him a snake on TV, and he is, because he's that dude who'll buddy right up to you if you're helping him, but as soon as you're gone again, that's when he's talking about you behind your back. He said that Mike Pence was helpful, but Trump's rhetoric or something or another, I wasn't really listening because it was agenda and spin, and I didn't really feel like being preached at because he wasn't talking about the virus. He was talking about how Trump's handling the virus. How Trump is handling the virus, all hands on deck. That's the maximum. Like, there's no more you can do. And
he released more money before people died.
Oh yeah.
Than Obama did when it came to, I think it was SARS or I think it was SARS or the H1N1. I think that's the same thing. I don't know, but
no, I think H1N1 is.
I heard a comparison that Trump released a crap ton more money than Obama did.
Oh yeah.
You know, and this is before, and he was working on shutting down transportation, you know, so that some of these people that were just flooding into the United States, well, we're going to hold that off and you know, get people tested or you know, work around this situation, you know, first. And people got on him on that. So he's pretty much damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Oh yeah. And then he's got also Patty Murray piling on top, saying that Trump's was sabotaging the healthcare system is why it's taking so long for this reaction to the it's a pandemic, Patty. You don't see these things coming. I mean, okay, there. Now I'm on screen. I just got told that I was not on screen well enough. Sorry, everyone. I'm not that pretty. Sheesh. Or at all. But
thank you for our viewer who addressed that situation.
Yeah, highlighting that I am not completely visible. Oh, no. But, yeah, Patty Murray's just jumping on this hate on Trump She never got off the bandwagon. She loves the hate on Trump bandwagon.
She drives the bandwagon.
Well, she's right there with Pelosi yanking on her coattails. Notice me, senpai. Notice me. But there's no noticing you, Patty. You're a legwork person. They want you to do all the shouting and the spouting, but they're never going to throw you a bone, except for that position. Never mind. Yeah, Patty Murray is just blaming Trump for sabotaging the healthcare. He's done nothing. I have like, he has given a ton of money and breaks to Washington State after saying he was going to swear off all sanctuary cities and states. It's like, look, a pandemic happened. Is he still being that guy who said no money? No, he's like, oh, this is bad. We better take care of this. So everybody making him out to be this big Darth Vader, doom and gloom type leader who's going to let you die because it's not profitable. That's not exactly what happened.
Yeah,
in fact, that's not happening at all.
Operates on hunches and hoaxes.
Oh, yeah, the orange man bad.
Yeah.
Make face.
One more thing I want to point out that I just remember that I had is that the transmission rate for the coronavirus is 0.5%. So basically, 1 out of 200 people who are exposed to COVID-19 will become infected.
That's from the Evergreen Health Center, isn't it?
Yeah, Evergreen Health. Yeah,
That's the place where that's ground zero for
Yeah.
Washington State.
and that number only jumps up to 10% if you have close contact with a person. Like if you're living with them and they've been tested for the virus, then you got a 10% chance of catching it for them. That's a little bit more.
For the people who are confused and slow out there, that does not include Skype. You cannot get it through a screen. You cannot get it over the phone. You can't text it. Oh, he texted me the
tell
corona.
me people don't think that.
I'm sure there are. Every
Oh, my.
winter when the power goes out, I read about people dying because they brought a barbecuer in the winter and they die of carbon monoxide poisoning. It's like, that is not good to breathe. You know that. Everyone knows that. Stop. Why does it keep happening?
All right, so Evergreen Health went on with some more information here. Said 80% of the population may experience mild symptoms that may be treated at home, meaning it's
Scratchy
going to be
throat,
it's going
a
to be
cough.
bad enough that you'll be sick, but not bad enough for you didn't even need to go to a doctor.
It'll
Just
be
stay at
like
home.
every time that your significant other, if he's a male, is whining and complaining that he's sick. You're going to want to kill him, but even the coronavirus won't.
So 15% may seek medical care, so it may be severe enough for that. 5% may be admitted, and only 1.6% of confirmed cases that's at this point will die. That's according to Evergreen. So that's even lower than the WHO standards of 3.4%.
So a small amount will get sick. An even smaller amount will be like, well, let's go to the hospital. And an even smaller amount of those will actually be admitted. For the most part, the hospital will be like, you're not that bad. Here's some pills. Here's an IV. All right, you're gone. Get out of here.
Yeah, and I think the WHO numbers were worldwide. So
yeah, that's why they're so
understand
big and scary.
that in the U.S. here, we have far better health care than pretty much anywhere else. So relax. I think South Korea may have a little bit better, and they were at like 0.6%.
You're discounting
fatality.
Japan, but I don't think they even have the coronavirus.
Nothing significant, no.
No, but they have great health care. Well, they have really great, what's the word? Medical facilities? I don't know.
That works for me.
Yeah, sure. They're really good on medicine. They're top of the food chain up there.
All right. So let's move on from the coronavirus. We've heard enough about that for one day.
Yeah, I'm sick of it.
We'll probably talk about it more in the coming weeks.
Yeah,
That's
you
just
didn't
how
catch
it goes. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I missed it. My bad.
I slipped it in there.
All right. So let's move on to actual politics.
Oh, right.
And while everybody was freaking about coronavirus, we actually had some electing going on. Super Tuesday, South Carolina was on Saturday.
That's right.
And Super Tuesday, you realize how big a story coronavirus is when it overshadows all
Yeah,
that.
it overshadows all the squabbling delegates screaming we hate Trump, and people forgot to listen to him and hate Trump.
Okay, so the takeaway really from Super Tuesday in South Carolina is that Biden wins big time.
I was going to say Democrats like old, rich, white dudes.
Well, there is that, yeah.
Yeah, they kicked like everyone that was a minority or some kind of not white person out. They got rid of Kamala. Is it Kamala or Kamala?
I think it's Kamala.
Kamala. I hear it both ways, so I don't even know anymore. But they kicked Harris out. How about that? I can say Harris.
Yeah, she was gone for a while back. I mean,
yeah, but they showed no interest in Harris. They showed no interest in Booker. They showed interest in Buttigieg. I don't know why he dropped out.
I know why he dropped out.
Oh,
I know exactly why.
Stuff?
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Okay. They didn't like Klobuchar. Klobuchar. I didn't know Klobuchar. I kind of feel bad. Klobuchar didn't get as much coverage. I mean, she should have gotten. She got about as much more coverage, I would say, than Tulsi Gabbard, who's still in it.
Yeah.
I am surprised. I said a couple recordings back that she's out. I was wrong. I take that back. I'm sorry.
Well, she should be out. I mean, by all rights, she has like 2 delegates. I mean, she hasn't won a single thing. She hasn't shown up really in a single thing.
But I think she's banking on the fact that people are going to be like, I don't want Biden.
Well,
I don't want Bernie either.
I have a theory, but we'll get into that in a second here. So the bottom line, this week, let's see, Buttigieg, Bloomberg, Klobuchar, and Warren all dropped out. Okay, and the reality of the situation here is that the DNC and these candidates are coalescing behind Biden because Bernie scares the crap out of them.
Oh yeah, Just like 4 years ago, they're like, he's doing it again. He's doing that thing where he's trying to get power
Yeah.
on our dime.
The only one because Buttigieg, Bloomberg, and Klobuchar all endorsed Biden right after they dropped out.
Do they really?
Yeah, all three. Of them.
Oh my god.
The only one that's kind of a weird one going on is Warren. She did not endorse either one of them.
Yeah, you'd think she would have endorsed Bernie if they hadn't had
That was my thought.
very publicized squabble about one of them calling the other one a liar, and then that question taker totally
I'm not
taking
even
her
sure
side.
that had anything to do with it.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's probably a factor. Like, if that hadn't happened, quietly they would have made peace behind closed doors while they teamed up against Biden.
Maybe.
They're both crazy socialists.
I don't know. It's what it boils down to is that the DNC, the Democrats, are making a move and have made their move to make sure that Bernie does not get the nomination. You know, they realize that as long as you have a large field out there, Bernie cuts that apart, divide and conquer, because they're splitting delegates between them, and Bernie's taking all the crazy ones. You know, like California.
I don't know if
California's got a big.
They're just kind of following him like a weird Pied
Well,
Piper.
yeah, California's got a big delegate pool, so
Well,
he's
big
going to
crazy
take a
pool.
lot of those, and in the end, that leads to a brokered convention or an outright Bernie win. So them staying in the race means more than likely Bernie becomes the nominee. So they got out and are pulling behind Biden, which Democrats, the wrong dude. Totally wrong dude, okay? So now what we have here, we have Bernie Sanders, okay, who is a crazy socialist. We all know this.
Mm-hmm.
We have Joe Biden.
Who doesn't know where he is or what is going on.
Yeah. So, socialist, dementia.
That's a fun
Which one do you choose? You know? And
Tulsi Gabbard.
well, that's I think what Tulsi's trying to bank on.
I would so do that. Just stay in there. Nobody wants crazy Uncle Bernie. And, well, only the crazies want crazy Uncle Bernie.
Well, and check this out, because Tulsi has not been in a debate in months,
They haven't allowed her. They keep changing the rules to kick her out.
and they just did again.
Did they? Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
They
Stop it.
just changed the rules for again in order to keep her away from, because
She's the new Bernie. Oh, no.
for this upcoming debate, which is I think on the 10th.
That looks like a lot of gibberish. I think your phone went
Yeah,
dumb.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
That's
Your phone went dumb. That's funny.
that is really odd. Okay, anyways,
Live.
but they changed the debate rules. Here we go. Let's see. So for the March 15th CNN Univision debate, candidates now must have at least 20% of the awarded pledged delegates in order to qualify.
Now
so-
must have. You got to love those lines.
Before that, they just had to have delegates.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
She does.
and she's got a couple, you know, which should have qualified her to get in. But then, whoops,
Yep.
we're just going to change the rules.
There
on you,
are,
and
in
you're not gonna
fact,
get in.
there are in fact people who want to hear her speak. CNN has decided those people don't matter. That is a poisoned party.
Yeah.
There's nothing good going on that side. If they're shutting down their own people, imagine what they're trying to do to people who don't see eye to eye with them. It don't align with their party.
Well, and the reality is that I think that if she was in a debate with Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders,
she'd run circles around them.
yeah, I think so.
They would
And I
look
think that's what they're
ridiculous.
scared of.
Yeah.
Because if she makes a good showing, then suddenly her staying in the race isn't such a bad idea, because now the Democrats would have a third option, you know, choose from besides crazy Sanders and loopy.
Crazy
Biden.
Colonel Sanders and bat crab crazy Biden.
Yeah. I mean, and I've been saying for a long time, you know, that Tulsi Gabbard is the only Democrat that would have a chance in hell at beating Donald Trump if the Democrats got behind her.
And the very next chance that her seat is up for running, the DNC will get rid of her.
Yep.
I don't mean run somebody against her. I mean get rid of her like she never existed. They're gonna.
Well, that'll be this year.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, a bright shining star for 2 minutes. That sucks.
Well, we'll see.
Politics is unfair. I guess that's not news.
Well, and I don't know what I think beforehand, before all this happened. I thought that the chances were good that there was going to be some crazy crap happening at the convention.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not so much. Now I think that Bernie Sanders has very little chance of making even a showing strong enough to get to the convention with any kind of momentum. And so I fully expect that once he gets there, if he gets there, because he may drop out beforehand. He may just realize, okay, I'm not going to have enough to even try to get the nomination.
Yeah.
I'm just going to bow out, which is kind of what he did last time. But if he had more momentum, then the Bernie Bros would have that justification to cause trouble. I don't think they're going to have that this time.
No.
So Milwaukee, you're lucky.
Yeah, you get a pass this time. You get
Worked out in your favor.
Although now that the field has diminished to just Waldorf and Statler, yeah, I can't wait to see the two crazy old Muppets argue it out to see who is the crazier, more cantankerous Muppet.
Oh, and I think we should live stream that debate.
Kind of wanted to enjoy that on my own.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll talk about it.
There'll be plenty of debates. I think we should only really live stream debates that Trump's involved in, because those are going to be the fun ones.
Oh, we'll get there.
Oh man.
Once they finally solidify the nomination, we will definitely get there. I'm looking forward to that. All right. So the other interesting thing that I thought happened this week was Chris Matthews retiring from MSNBC.
Interesting is subjective.
Well, the stories started coming out about some comments he made to a female person that was on his show in 2016. And so he had some talks with the MSNBC management, and he decided to just quit.
So 4 years ago something happened, and now he's quitting?
Yeah.
I love the timely response of this.
Well, here's the thing.
You know what it sounds like?
Because of that, a lot of people are saying that it's a Me Too thing. And I can see where they would get that, but the reality is this has, in my opinion, nothing to do with the Me Too. In fact, it doesn't even have anything to do with that incident in 2016.
Probably not. No.
What it has to do with is is Chris Matthews calling out the socialists.
Some crazy old white man said something.
Well, you remember a couple weeks ago, he said out right after one of the debates, he says, socialism doesn't frickin' work.
Yeah. He said,
Plain as day.
He said frickin'?
He said frickin'.
Wow.
He said socialism doesn't frickin' work.
That is an emphatic response.
Yeah. And that shocked a lot of people, when he said that.
What? How is it shocking?
Well, for the people on the left, it's very shocking.
The sky is frickin' blue. Water is frickin' wet. Socialism doesn't frickin' work.
And then the other thing is that when Bernie won Nevada, won the caucuses there, he said that he compared it to the Nazis taking over France in World War II. And he got a lot of people mad at him for that.
Yeah, you can't talk about World War II unless you're blaming Trump for it.
Essentially, what Chris Matthews did was pissed off the left.
Well,
when you piss off the left,
they cancel culture you.
Yep.
That's what happens.
You are done.
Oh, you said a thing that we don't like. We're coming for your job and livelihood. We'll be outside your house, Tucker Carlson. That's the kind of thing they do. It's creepy and it's weird, and no one should act like that. Oh, my God. Write letters to the editor or his boss or something? Sure, complain. Don't get people fired because you disagree with them.
That's what they do.
It's not even like he said, I beat your mom to death with a crowbar. No. He said socialism doesn't frickin' work. Oh, my God. Take him down. He's the next Hitler. That's psychotic. That kind of behavior does not belong in adult society.
Well,
that's like little kid crap.
And here's the thing. I mean, we've already seen the Bernie Bros, people that worked on his campaign staff outright said that they want to drag people out of MSNBC and light them on fire in the streets. Okay?
I didn't see that.
Literally,
I did see the guy say he would burn Milwaukee to the ground if Bernie didn't win. I saw that guy.
That's from Project Veritas.
Yeah, those people. If you got a secret, they'll find out.
And so I think this is just the beginning of that. I mean, we haven't gotten to the actual violence yet, but what they're doing is they're getting rid of the people that are in their way.
Yeah, this is effectively the fountain fireworks before the artillery stuff starts going on later in the night when things get really good. The really good stuff's going to be when Trump comes out and he's like, hey, let's light this crap off.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think, okay, Trump is going to get reelected. It's going to happen.
Handily. And it's not even like it's just because I like him. It's just because the opposition is so weak.
How the left reacts to that will be interesting to see, though. Because, I mean, the last time, when he got elected in the first place, in 2016, they lost their ever-loving minds.
Oh, yeah.
And we have spent the last 4 years dealing with the fallout of them losing their ever-loving minds.
Rioting, just all kinds of public, acts of... Well, anything Antifa does, you can just list to because Trump. That's how they think. That's how they are.
Yep.
Which is ridiculous. That's fascism. I don't want you to be able to say what you think. Sounds familiar. That's Antifa's motive.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And then there are people out there who are like, how can Antifa be fascist? Because it's an action. It's not like...
Hiding it in the name.
Yeah.
Okay, saying anti-fascist in your name does not take away from the fact that you act like a fascist.
Yeah, if I say I'm anti-cheese and then sit down and eat an entire tub of cottage cheese, it's called hypocrisy. It's not new. Everyone does it.
Yeah. People
try not to, but it happens.
But I guarantee we're going to spend the next 4 years dealing with their crap. It's just going to get worse.
We didn't riot when Obama won. We didn't riot when Bill Clinton won.
But there were no riots. Here's the thing, though. The people that should be scared the most right now are Democrats. Not the crazy ones, because the crazy ones are going to be doing the activities there. The people that are not crazy are going to be the first victims of the fascists.
Doing the activities like it's arts and crafts at summertime camp. What is that? Doing the activities like throw this brick through the window of Starbucks.
You know what I mean here. You know what I'm trying to say.
Did you see that, though? When Trump won, somebody like bashed out some Starbucks windows. Like, Starbucks was very publicly Democrat.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Anti-Republican. They're very left-leaning. They come from Seattle. Hello?
Speaking of Starbucks, did you hear that they had to close the Starbucks in Seattle?
Yeah, I heard that. Oh, man, you could taste the tears in this town. If in Seattle, if something happens to Starbucks, that's my baby. Don't you take away from my coffee.
That's how the apocalypse will begin.
Yeah. It's like, that's it. We don't need humans. They took away our coffee. Screw it.
You will see zombified, uncaffeinated humans lining the streets and attacking anybody with a Starbucks cup.
And the liberals will mass produce plastic straws. We'll get you all. Damn. Yeah. Don't take our Starbucks. Yeah.
All right. So that, I think, is all we have for today's show. Thank you for watching us on YouTube.
Actually, shame on you. Shame on you, you voyeurs. How dare you stare at us on... I'm just kidding. Go ahead and watch it. It's fine. I don't care.
You can tell somebody's not 100% on board with this.
I don't like the way I look.
That's okay. And as far as the technical difficulties, we will get better.
No,
that will not happen in the future.
Slowly but surely
hopefully.
Better.
But, we're now YouTubers. So this is a new and exciting venture for us.
Oh, do we do that thing like at the end of Bueller's Day Out, like whatever? Do we come back after the outro and hey, why are you still here?
No. No, we don't do that.
Oh, that's great.
All right.
I hate delayed endings. Looking at you, Lord of the Rings.
So we will be back again next week. Keep an eye out for us. Make sure you go to Facebook and Twitter. Check us out there. Follow us.
You're already going there. Just stop by our pages.
Help
give a like.
Bump up our numbers there. Maybe we can get some more people to listen, to watch, and to hang out with us.
Or just talk trash. Go ahead. Talk trash.
All right. So with that said, we will see you guys next week.
But you won't hear us? I don't know.